Welcome to Upwellsurf. Check out our app and website for free tips on how to buy a car and job postings. All right, here we go. And yes, I got that haircut. All right, on the East Coast, pretty good swell in Nova Scotia right now, but the big news is that water is freezing. I know I went out there yesterday. Water's like 6 to 8 degrees right now. It's pretty cold. Had a lot of northwest upwellings, hence the company name Upwellsurf. So right now, Eastern Shore and the South Shore head high and better in spots, and same down in Cape Breton, and then over in Newfoundland there's swell over on the south coast, but bigger on the north coast with this northeast swell coming down. And then not much surf really in St. John, just because of the winds are offshore, northwest in that area. It's kind of smaller in Maine and New Hampshire, but there's another storm kind of starting right here off of North Carolina, which is getting some surf right now. They kind of have a storm coming that way. It's going to come up into the East Coast in the next 24, 48 hours, creating more and more swell. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, it's going to be surf. It's going to be cold, so wear a warm wetsuit. If you're a wetsuit company, give us a call. And that's it for the East Coast. And then I'm just going to do it all in one because it's a little easier. And then over in Europe, there's some swell in France and Portugal and Spain, but more over in Ireland and Scotland, bigger swell and pretty big storm over there. And then of course up in Norway and even down in the Netherlands, so you're getting some surf in Iceland. A little bit of swell here in the Caribbean side, but not much. And we'll see what happens with that tropical storm that's going across Mexico. It hits the Gulf, comes over. It can turn back into a hurricane pretty quickly. And the West Coast is getting really good swell right now. Long period ground swell at Tofino, Jordan River, Northern California, and all Hawaiian Islands on the north coast are getting swell. We'll see what happens. In the Great Lakes, a little surf on Lake Erie and Lake Michigan, more to the south side, and some surf coming in the next 24 hours up in the northern lakes, but it's pretty small right now. That's it. Thanks, and